Hello and welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya. I'm Gülər Hətamova. On November 12th, the opening ceremony of the World Leaders Climate Action Summit at the 29th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change was held in Baku.
President Ilham Aliyev and United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres welcome heads of state and government as well as leaders of delegations participating in the summit. President Ilham Aliyev delivered a speech at the opening ceremony of the World Leaders Summit.
It's both an honor and a privilege to invite His Excellency Mr. Ilham Aliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, to deliver his welcoming remarks.
Distinguished Secretary General of the United Nations, distinguished heads of state and government,
saying that by the unanimous decision of almost 200 countries, Azerbaijan was honored to host COP29, and that this decision was a sign of respect to our country as well as appreciation of our active role in the international arena. President Ilham Aliyev added that Azerbaijan will do its best to find common understanding between developing and developed countries, between Global South and Global North. The other state noted that by the unanimous decision of 120 countries, Azerbaijan successfully chaired the non-aligned movement, the second largest international institution after the UN. Azerbaijan is a country where East and West, North and South meet, and this is not only about geography. We can build political, cultural, energy, trade and transportation bridges between different international actors, said President of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev. The mega projects initiated by Azerbaijan have already changed the energy and transportation maps of Eurasia and led to the establishment of fruitful multinational cooperation formats, added the head of state. We also look at the export markets and work actively with our partners in order to implement another important energy security project, said the head of state, and mentioned the Black Sea-Caspian energy cable, saying this will allow us to export green energy to Europe, and the technical potential of this cable is close to 4 gigawatts. But again, this is only the beginning. Azerbaijan is an active supporter of multilateralism. At the same time, we play an active role in intercultural dialogue. Multiculturalism is our state policy, and at the same time, it is our lifestyle. The people of Azerbaijan, regardless of their ethnic or religious identity, live in peace and harmony as one family, added President Ilham Aliyev. Despite 30 years-long occupation by Armenia of almost 20% of the internationally recognized territories of Azerbaijan, despite ethnic cleansing and the deportation of 1 million Azerbaijanis from their ancestral lands, we managed to build a strong country with a self-sufficient economy and independent policy. 4 years ago, we celebrated the historic victory in the Second Karabakh War. A year ago, we fully restored our sovereignty in accordance with the UN Charter, international law, and the UN Security Council resolutions, which had remained on paper for 30 years. We implemented these resolutions ourselves and restored international law, justice, and put an end to the Armenian occupation. Right after Azerbaijan was elected as the host country of COP29, we became the target of a coordinated, well-orchestrated campaign of slander and blackmail. Western fake news media, so-called independent NGOs, and some politicians seem to be competing in spreading disinformation and false information about our country, said the head of state. 2 years ago, Azerbaijan and the European Commission signed a declaration on strategic partnership in the field of energy. But it was not our idea. It was a proposal from the European Commission. The President of the European Commission came to Baku 2 years ago to sign this document with us because they needed our gas. Unfortunately, double standards, the habit of lecturing other countries, and political hypocrisy have become a kind of modus operandi for some politicians, state-controlled NGOs, and fake news media in some Western countries. My last message is for those who for almost 1 year have been advocating for a boycott. They used all the tools in their possession to launch a campaign to boycott COP29 in Baku. I have bad news for them. We have 72,000 registered participants from 196 countries. Among them are 80 presidents, vice presidents, and prime ministers. So the world has gathered in Baku, and we say to the world, welcome to Azerbaijan, concluded President Ilham Aliyev. Following his speech, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and Maimouna Moh Sharif, Mayor of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and former Executive Director of the United Nations Human Settlements Program also addressed the summit. A special video message from NASA astronauts aboard the International Space Station was presented at the summit. The event was followed by a cultural program.
President İlham Aliyev met with FIFA President Gianni Infantino.
The FIFA president presented President Ilham Aliyev with commemorative gifts, including a specially crafted ball featuring the Azerbaijan president's name. President Ilham Aliyev thanked Gianni Infantino for attending COP29. In his turn, the FIFA president expresses gratitude for the invitation and commended the excellent organization of the event. During the conversation, the head of state highlighted the state support for various sports in Azerbaijan, including football, and expressed appreciation for Gianni Infantino's contributions to the development of football in the country. The sides noted the successful cooperation between Azerbaijan and FIFA, expressing confidence that this partnership would continue. They also discussed potential FIFA-organized events in Azerbaijan.
President İlham Aliyev met with Pedro Sanchez, President of the Government of the Kingdom of Spain.
President Ilham Aliyev expressed his condolences regarding the numerous casualties and the destructions caused by severe floods in Spain. Pedro Sanchez expresses gratitude to the President of Azerbaijan for the solidarity shown and the condolences offered. The President of Azerbaijan thanked the President of the Government of Spain for accepting the invitation to participate in COP29. President Ilham Aliyev expressed hope that his visit to Azerbaijan would provide momentum for the development of bilateral relations. Pedro Sanchez thanked President Ilham Aliyev for the invitation to COP29. He also extended his congratulations on the excellent organization of the event. Pedro Sanchez noted that a major UN event on financing for sustainable development is scheduled to take place in Spain next year, with the outcomes of COP29 expected to contribute to its success. President Ilham Aliyev emphasized that COP29 has already begun to yield productive results. The President of the Government of Spain praised Azerbaijan's contribution to the Alliance of Civilizations. During the meeting, the sides had an extensive exchange of views on expanding economic and trade relations and agreed to establish a joint working group and organize business forums. During the conversation, they also highlighted significant opportunities in areas such as industry, agriculture, investments, and the implementation of infrastructure projects between the two countries. Additionally, the sides discuss expanding cooperation in education and the possibility of opening Spanish universities in Azerbaijan.
President İlham Aliyev met with Al Hussein bin Abdullah II, Crown Prince of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan.
Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II conveyed the greetings of his father, King Abdullah II ibn Al Hussein of Jordan, to the President of Azerbaijan. President Ilham Aliyev expresses gratitude for the greetings and asked the Crown Prince to convey his own regards to King Abdullah II ibn Al Hussein. The Crown Prince extended his congratulations on the successful organization of COP29. Noting that it was his first visit to Azerbaijan, Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II expressed that the development processes in Azerbaijan had made a strong impression on him. During the conversation, the sides discussed joint cooperation between Azerbaijan and Jordan in providing humanitarian aid to Gaza and highlighted Azerbaijan's humanitarian assistance to Palestine through the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East.
The head of our state met with Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah, Crown Prince of Kuwait. The Crown Prince expressed gratitude to President Ilham Aliyev for his meaningful speech at the opening ceremony of the World Leaders Climate Action Summit at the 29th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. He emphasized that President Ilham Aliyev has always supported the development of cooperation between Azerbaijan and Kuwait. During the conversation, they highlighted the revitalization of the Joint Economic Commission and touched on cooperation in the tourism sector, emphasizing that Kuwaiti tourists have been pleased with their visits to Azerbaijan. The meeting included an exchange of views on the prospects for bilateral ties. The head of our state met with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana. President Ilham Aliyev expressed his gratitude to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for accepting the invitation to attend COP29, noting that the visit provided an excellent opportunity to explore the prospects of bilateral relations and potential areas for cooperation. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo congratulated Azerbaijan on hosting COP29 and expressed his gratitude for the invitation, commending the exceptional organization of the event. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said he was deeply impressed with President Ilham Aliyev's comprehensive and insightful speech at the opening ceremony of the World Leaders Climate Action Summit at the 29th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. During the conversation, the Ghana's president pointed out that he had the chance to get familiar with elements of Azerbaijani culture during the event. Both leaders discussed the prospects for developing relations between Azerbaijan and Ghana and exchanged views on economy, business relations, investment, and cooperation within international organizations. They agreed on facilitating visits of both countries' delegation across various sectors to further promote economic cooperation. The meeting also highlighted cooperation in science and education, with the mention that students from Ghana are studying in Azerbaijan and are highly satisfied with their education. President Ilham Aliyev met with Recep Tayyip Erdogan, President of the Republic of Turkey. President of the Republic of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, extended his congratulations to Azerbaijan's head of state on the successful hosting of COP29, praising Azerbaijan for organizing such a significant event in a short period of time. President Ilham Aliyev noted that COP29 venue was prepared over 8 months, adhering to high environmental standards and sustainability principles. Recep Tayyip Erdogan highlighted President Ilham Aliyev's meaningful speech at the opening ceremony of the World Leaders Climate Action Summit at the 29th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. The Turkish president also commended the exquisite organization of the cultural presentation held during the event. The discussion included an exchange of views on the future development of the friendship, brotherhood, and strategic alliance between Azerbaijan and Turkey. President Ilham Aliyev met with Cardinal Pietro Parolin, Secretary of the State of the Holy See.
During the conversation, they acknowledged that representatives of various religions live in friendship and harmony in Azerbaijan. The other state emphasized that multiculturalism is not only a state policy in Azerbaijan, but also a way of life for its people. Cardinal Pietro Parolin expressed gratitude for designing and constructing the Second Catholic Church in Azerbaijan, viewing it as a contribution to multiculturalism and interfaith dialogue in the country. President Ilham Aliyev also noted that the ancient Albanian Christian heritage is preserved by the government, highlighting that Azerbaijan is home to some of the oldest Christian communities. They also recognized the valuable contributions of the Azerbaijani government and the Heydar Aliyev Foundation to the restoration of Christian heritage in the Vatican and across various regions of the world. Both sides hailed the relations between Azerbaijan and the Vatican and exchanged views on issues of mutual interest.
President Ilham Aliyev met with Andrzej Duda, President of the Republic of Poland.
President Ilham Aliyev expresses gratitude to Andrzej Duda for his participation in COP29. The Azerbaijani leader fondly recalled his previous meetings with the President of Poland and expressed hope that Andrzej Duda's visit to the country would further contribute to the development of bilateral relations. Andrzej Duda thanked President Ilham Aliyev for the invitation to attend COP29, praised the excellent organization of the event, and conveyed his congratulations in this regard. During the conversation, the presidents emphasized the significance of the global climate agenda. They exchanged views on the prospects for cooperation between Poland and Azerbaijan across various areas, including Azerbaijan-EU relations and regional issues. The Polish heritage in Azerbaijan, as well as the involvement of Polish architects in the design of various monuments in Baku, was also highlighted.
President Ilham Aliyev met with Petr Fiala, Prime Minister of the Czech Republic. The Prime Minister expressed his gratitude for the invitation to COP29 and shared his pleasure at visiting Azerbaijan for the first time. He commended the excellent organization of COP29 and congratulated President Ilham Aliyev, emphasizing that organizing such a large-scale event in a short time was no easy task. Petr Fiala also praised the beautiful cultural presentation that showcased Azerbaijani culture during the opening ceremony. The head of state noted that Azerbaijan's preparations for COP29 were carried out at the high level within a limited time frame, highlighting that unlike other COP presidencies, Azerbaijan had very little time for preparation. The president pointed out that significant progress had already been made in the negotiations, with the agenda being agreed upon in a short period. He also emphasized that despite over 10 years of discussions, there had been no progress on Article 6 of the Paris Agreement concerning carbon offsets trading. However, he highlighted that in Baku, important advancements had been made on this issue, which he regarded as a positive development. President Ilham Aliyev also fondly recalled his 2022 visit to the Czech Republic as part of the European political community. The meeting concluded with a discussion on the future prospects for enhancing bilateral cooperation across various fields. The head of our state met with Keir Starmer, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. President Ilham Aliyev highlighted that this visit marked the British Prime Minister's first trip to Azerbaijan, describing it as historically significant and important for UK-Azerbaijan bilateral ties. Prime Minister Starmer congratulated President Ilham Aliyev on successfully hosting COP29 and praised Azerbaijan's presidency of the event. He underscored that climate change remains a top priority for the UK and commended Azerbaijan's contributions to global efforts to combat it. The head of state noted that despite limited preparation time, Azerbaijan efficiently completed all organizational tasks for COP29. He noted that progress is already evident in the substantive negotiations, including advancements on Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, which he viewed as a positive development. The conversation also focused on bilateral cooperation, highlighting the BP-funded solar plant construction project in Jabrail. This project was recognized as pivotal for transitioning to renewable energy and decarbonizing operations at the Sangachal terminal, one of the world's largest oil and gas terminals. The UK support for the mining operations in Azerbaijan was also appreciated. The UK Prime Minister expressed interest in the peace negotiations between Armenia and Azerbaijan. President Ilham Aliyev explained that discussions on a peace treaty were progressing, with much of the text already agreed upon. He noted significant progress in border delimitation and demarcation between Armenia and Azerbaijan, mentioning that over 12 kilometers of the border had not only been delimited but also demarcated, with the agreements to advance this process reached at the last meeting of the Commission. The Azerbaijani leaders stressed the importance of Armenia removing territorial claims against Azerbaijan from its constitution and emphasized the need to prepare populations for peace to facilitate progress in the peace process and the signing of a treaty. The head of our state met with Edi Rama, Prime Minister of the Republic of Albania. During the meeting, a memorandum of understanding was signed between SOCAR, Albania's Ministry of Infrastructure and Energy, and the Alpgas company. This SOCAR-led project aims to make a significant contribution to the decarbonization process by preventing the use of coal and firewood in the Albanian city of Kurche. During the conversation, the Prime Minister of Albania expressed gratitude to President Ilham Aliyev for his comprehensive and meaningful speech at the opening ceremony of the World Leaders Climate Action Summit at the 29th session of the Conference of the parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. The site expressed satisfaction with the current state of relations between Azerbaijan and Albania and praised the successful development of ties in all areas. They discussed cooperation in tourism investments and other fields and welcomed the two countries' mutual support within international organizations. A conference on the topic Youth at the Forefront of Climate Action took place with the participation of First Ladies as part of COP29.
The main goal of the event is to draw the attention of international community to the importance attached by the Central Asian and Turkic-speaking states to the fight against climate change, as well as to present measures in terms of international commitments by engaging youth to the climate agenda. First Lady of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Mehriban Aliyeva, First Lady of Kyrgyz Republic, Aygul Japarova, First Lady of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Ziratxon Mirziyoyeva, First Lady of the Republic of Turkey, Emine Erdogan, Director General of ISESCO, Salim bin Mohammed Al Malik, and UNICEF Regional Director for Europe and Central Asia, Regina de Dominikis, participated in the conference. First Lady of Azerbaijan, Mehriban Aliyeva, addressed the conference. First Lady of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Ziratxon Mirziyoyeva, First Lady of Kyrgyz Republic, Aygul Japarova, First Lady of the Republic of Turkey, Emine Erdogan, also delivered speeches. Afterwards, presentations of eco activists from Azerbaijan, Hungary, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz Republic, Turkey, and Uzbekistan took place. The presentations featured ecological problems faced and initiatives put forward by the participating countries. During the conference, the international strategy on promoting cultural development and engagement of children and youth to climate agenda was signed. Following the conference, the guests visited the pavilion of the Heydar Ali Foundation, situated in the Green Zone. The guests familiarized themselves with the stands on environmental protection and interactive zones established in respect to education, healthcare, and social projects. Then the First Ladies observed the tree planting campaign with the participation of youth and volunteers in Şamaxı district. During the tree planting campaign, more than 10,000 pine trees were planted as a contribution to environmental protection. Then the First Ladies visited the pavilion of Zero Waste Foundation of Turkey. The Zero Waste Foundation presents its project in resource efficiency, waste management and recycling, environmental protection, awareness programs, and innovative solutions on this platform.
On November 12, Ilham Aliyev, the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, hosted a reception at the Gülistan Palace in Baku in honor of the heads of state and government attending the opening ceremony of the World Leaders Climate Action Summit at the 29th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. President Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva attended the event. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Stay well.